Back again with another video to help you get better at FC24. Today we're going to be focusing on attacking. I'm going to help you break down your opponent. I know that that's something you guys struggle with a lot, and I'm here to save the day. Do me a favour, let's try and hit 200 likes. We're closing in on 100k subs, so if you want to improve at FIFA, I will help you do it for free. Just subscribe, comment any questions down below, and let's get into the video. If you want the cheapest FC24 coins to get ahead of the competition, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. So as always, you guys know the drill by now. Win, lose or draw. Elite Division rivals. I'm going to be taking you through my thought process as an ex-pro player, current 20-0 player. I will be streaming my next 20-0 speed run Friday morning. So if you are new and want to see that, subscribe and you can watch us hit a 20-0 in hopefully quick time. We did it in 1 hour 30 minutes last week. Absolutely ridiculous. But let's get into it. Questions down below. 200 likes, pretty please, and let's get into it. Hope you enjoy. So as always, I'm going to take you through the entire thought process, whether we're defending or attacking, but I want today to be a special emphasis on what we can do in attack at any level to increase our chance of scoring goals. Let's have a look at our opponent's team. As you would expect at this standard, very, very decent opposition for sure. So we're going to switch into a 4-3-2-1 for this video. You guys have got the controller input top right, and I'm just going to walk you through it. So obviously from a kickoff, as we always do, we let our team settle in, actually get into the formation. That's something that's very underrated that you should be doing. I'm already looking at the mini-map to see potential options, just scanning the pitch, you know, seeing if there's anything popping up completely free. We'll pass the ball into the middle, recycle over to our fullback. We fake a player lock there. You see how his players started moving out the way? You can use them as a disguise in the build-up. It's very, very helpful. We'll do it again. Bit of R1 dribbling. We'll cut inside now. This opponent's pressing very well, so we're going to use some quick passing here. Went for an L1 sprint boost with Ousmane Dembele. Unfortunately, our opponent dealt with it well. High press there, and this is an actual counter-attack opportunity, so we want to make the most of this. R1 dribbling and then L1 sprint boost with Ousmane, and I'm looking at any potential option to recycle towards the edge of the box here as we find. We'll take our time. A bit of R1 dribbling towards the edge, driven pass, left stick dribbling, and that really should be going in. But you can see there, a lot of the movements that you want to be looking for in the attack is by starting out in wide positions and then looking for those driven passes back into central areas. The issue you're going to have on this game is if you're attacking too centrally all the time, you're going to find it very hard to actually create space and therefore opportunities. You can see here we're pressing quite heavy, using that offside trap. We may be able to win the header here. We get rigged, unfortunately. Covering the inside, right stick switching. That is an incredible ball from the opponent. Goalkeeper movement has absolutely bailed us out there. But another potential counter opportunity. L1 sprint boost with Ousmane. Not what I wanted there at all. We will offside trap once more. Right stick switching, using the second man press, trying to get tight. We step in, win the challenge. We're just going to trigger some trigger some people on runs with L1. So that is what we're doing right now. You can see here I'm using the 1-2 pass with L1, you know, to send him on the run. Awful, 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 awful. It happens, man. Sometimes in FIFA, things don't go your way. You can have a bad game. We just have to learn to deal with it. Using the right stick to switch again. We've got to cover this cutback. As we do, we get tight, not tight enough, and we find ourselves 1-0 down, which is pretty good in a sense because it is an attacking video. We're going to have to do some attacking to get back into a winning position now. So we'll use the player lock again as a decoy. This opponent is doing a really good job of pressing the passing lanes and not making it easy for us. So we're going to have to work something special to actually break down this guy's defence. We win the ball back. I think we're offside here, possibly. No, maybe not. L1 sprint boost, R1 dribbling, looking for a cutback. We delay, and then we find the pass. But down that line, when you're running along the byline, using that R1 dribbling and then delaying for as long as you can for a potential cutback is a surefire way of creating chances on this game. Trust me on that. Little chip through ball over. We'll go for a double chip through ball. Tried to use the R1 dribbling, unfortunately it didn't quite work out. We're going to press quite high again. What I do in them areas is I wait until the opponent has taken a touch off a sprint, and then I'll switch to the fullback and just charge at them. It works super, super effectively. We'll use the player lock again here. Not that we really needed it. We're just throwing in some variety into the game. Taking our time, trying to recycle to those central areas. This game really is about abusing the wings, man, especially in the attack. It really is. The cutbacks, you know, running down the byline, it's just so much more effective than going through the middle. Our opponent has made a grave mistake. Fake shot around the keeper, which is also something, by the way, that you guys can implement into your game. And just like that, we find ourselves 2-1 up. The opponent was in a great position, but we didn't really change anything. And that's the way it can work sometimes. Just because you're losing a game of FIFA doesn't necessarily mean you've done a lot wrong. You know, you've got 90 minutes to turn it around. There's a lot of RNG in this game, as we all know. So you just got to keep your head, keep doing the right things. We're sending Puskas on a run there. It was a good attempt, you know, a bit ambitious in the end with the through ball, but we nearly made it work. Got to be switched on here. He's always going to try and cut in for that finesse with Salah. We step in, win the ball, and we've got a potential counter-attack opportunity. Driven pass into Neymar, L1 sprint boost with him. We're going to play a lock here just to buy us some time. He actually didn't really nibble on it as hard as I wanted him to there, and he's recovered super well in the defence. So we're right stick switching, stepping in where possible to try and get a tackle. We're dragging players back at the same time, as you can see here. Second man pressing once again. We're going to have to get across here and deal with this. Standing our ground with Jockey, we step in, and now we've got another potential counter-attack. Driven pass into Neymar, L1 sprint boost, and you can see we're just away. We're just away. We're going to wait for the keeper movement, finesse around the keeper, and that is 3-1. But you can see how there's a time and a place to actually get these counter-attacks off. You know, there's times where it's just smart to recycle, and there's times where you're able to go forward and actually create a goal scoring chance. And that's all down to the positioning of the players. If you've got players free and in space, then by all means, you know, you can go for that counter. Keeper movement bails us out once again there. Another thing you need to be adding to the defensive side of your game. And we're going to try and hit him on another counter here. He's shown that he is vulnerable to it. We just got to deal with this chance first. Good corner. I mean, corners are just busted straight up. You know, sometimes it just feels like you're helpless. It really does. We've got the 45th minute here, so we do want to make the absolute most of that. Always a chance to score, you know, in 45th, 90 minute. It's just FIFA doing FIFA things. L1 sprint boost with Neymar. We're going to look for an opportunity to cut back to the edge of the box, as we always do. We do win the corner by trying to drive to the byline. We'll take my normal corner, which is step overs on the outside, whip it in, and if someone gets their head on that, it is 4-2. But a good half there. I think there's been some good attacking things in the game, for sure. But you guys can see the importance of R1 dribbling when running down the byline, mixing in the player locks. I've not really had the chance yet to show you a player lock cutback. That is something I'm going to try and go for in this half. Super effective in game. But we're using those offside traps again to push all the way up. Really good fullback switch from the opponent. We've got to mark this inside run here. He nearly squeezed that pass through. We'll take our time. Work it on the inside there. I'm triggering Usman on a run. We will play it and we should have the pace. Maybe not. We're going to recycle. Just taking our time. We'll line up a Trivela now. And that is a crazy save from Casillas. Same corner again. Actually, we're not going to. I'm going to bait it because he was expecting it. We'll cross it round. Awful header from Koundé. But honestly, from them corners, I recommend just taking it short. Delaying for a second and then whipping it back post. You get absolute free goals off of doing that. Taking our time once again. We've got to mark this through ball in behind. It is Mbappe, of course. Taking our time now. Sending Usman on a run and then we will play that through ball over the top. I'm trying to turn back, find into the edge of the box. R1 dribbling with Neymar and we do win the free kick. I'm going to show you guys what I like to do from these positions. So you see how I've got a player, this guy I'm aiming at, completely free right now. Sometimes you can get a free goal off of playing this pass. So let's see if it works on this occasion. We do play it down. Nearly, nearly. Like, honestly, I would say a good 50% of the time, you just score from that. Taking our time, we'll spray it out to the fullback, use the player lock. You see how it baits him in. Now we can actually perform the cutback. R1 dribbling all the way to the edge. We'll recycle it once again, taking our time. Apparently, our player just didn't want to lock on there, which is unfortunate. Good step in from Blanc. Got to mark the run in behind. We keep that as a rule always. Second man press does win us the ball back. We give it straight back to him like an idiot. Offside trap in, dragging players back at the same time. Step in, win the tackle. Lovely stuff. I'm triggering players on forward runs again, but a good press from the opponent. We do win it back with a second man press, and now we're taking heavy touches. We will use the R1 dribbling. Even if we get tackled here, we're likely to win a corner. So we're going down the byline, cutting it back, double tap. Oh, it was unlucky. It was unlucky. Probably overplayed it a little bit there. I should have calmed down. Just stepping in now, making sure that we're marking the runs as we always do. It's got to be a rule for you on this game. You've always got to mark these runs. Really good defending to anticipate the pass there. Offside trap. We do step up, give the ball back again like an idiot. But we use the L1 sprint boost out on the wing. You can see how glitchy that is. I don't know how we've still got the ball. Taking our time. We'll use the fullback switch now. And then we're going to bait a player lock inside. Doesn't work on this occasion. Good press from the opponent. His attacker's offside. He's not anymore. So we're going to have to get across. Unlucky. I mean, if he hits the target there, he's probably scored, in all honesty. Maybe he's had enough. I'm not really too sure. That was a crazy save from the Trivela. But hopefully he plays on, because I feel like there's some good value in this game. The opponent's playing at a good standard as well. So it's always nice to have a good sort of 50-50 game. Okay, so our opponent has unpaused the game and we're going straight back into it. So we're going to send a player lock run down the line there. I'm sending Usman. We'll play the over-the-top through ball. Also triggering Neymar to run in behind. We'll use that through ball option. Take the touch. Recycle it all the way back. R1 dribbling. Patience. Taking our time. No need to rush anything, especially when winning. Taking our time. Just looking for a clear option. We get the ball into Puskas. Go for some R1 dribbling. And I cannot believe he's missed that. I know it's on his right foot. But you guys can see how glitchy that is. You know, using that R1 dribble, it will automatically elevate your level if you're not doing it already. It really is that good. You see what I do there? I switch onto my fullback, run towards the ball. And then actually switch off of him and second man press. Works really, really well. Just taking our time again. We'll play the down the line pass. That was not meant for that player. They've basically intercepted, you know, my own teammate's pass, which is unfortunate. Offside traps again. Raise the line. Make it more congested so the opponent has no room to build up in. Got to cover that line ball as we do. Driven pass into our attacker. If you're stuck in doing like these normal passes, make sure that you eradicate that. The driven pass in most situations is just levels clear. We did a double tap pass into Usman Dembele there as well, just to make sure it'll work. L1 sprint boost, back post corner. What is going on Makunde's heading today, honestly, man? I don't know what's up with him. But offside traps, using the second man press once more. Trying to anticipate where he's going to go. I'm not going to commit to the press here because he does have Mbappe running. So we're going to use the second man. I'm watching Mbappe's run. Really good pick out. And goalkeeper movement, once again, has manually saved us. We're calling our players short down the line. Sending Beckham on a run as we speak. We will now use that pass. That's a great ball. Triggering more runs. And that is just Van Dijk being Van Dijk. You know, as he does on this game. Step in with Theo, beautiful stuff. Triggering more forward runs. We'll activate the player lock, and it's a great tackle from the opponent. He's had a really good defensive performance, because I feel like we've put up some good attacks, and he's just always there, you know. But good press from us there. Fantastic press. We've got to be quick here, because Blanc is all over us. Covering the runs in behind again. We've got to be on this. He's going to go to Mbappe. Always was going to go back to Ronaldo. Triggering more forward runs now. I've just player locked there to keep Ousmane Dembele onside. I don't know whether you saw that. We're going to try and green time now. Hit it early, but it has found the back of the net. And that is 4-2. So, we have put on a pretty good attacking display, you know, to be completely honest with you. Using another player lock here. You see how we just use it to make that bit of space, and then the AI assistance you get on the player locks is absolutely insane. Driven pass into Puskas now. L1 sprint boost with Ousmane Dembele using the R1 dribbling, and he nearly scores an own goal from the cutback, which is something that can happen quite a lot. We should win the header here, as we do. Last attack, so we've got to try and be quick. Nice over the top through ball. We're going to play for the guaranteed goal. We didn't manage to get the pass across, but guys, I feel like that was a good attacking game. Hopefully you learnt something. I want you to ask me questions. I will get back to as many of you as possible. If you enjoy this style of content, I upload it every day. So please subscribe, leave a like, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.